Power gates, automatic gates are beyond the scope of this inspection. However, the chain's not horribly rusty. The chain's reasonably tight. The unit also has a warning notice on it. Driveways are beyond the scope of this inspection. This driveway has experienced some cracking, some repair. I guess at some point there was some spalling here. But that's not why we're here. This is the garage overhead door. It's a wooden door. Looks like it closes reasonably safe, reasonably sound. Got a little bit of gap up here at the top stop. At the top panel, last panel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Yeah, fifth panel. You always start at the beginning where that shingles or bricks or garage panel. So at the fifth panel, we got a little bit of a gap. All right, where it doesn't close real well. These windows, these are not tempered safety glass, and probably wasn't required, when a home was built. But that's a safety issue. So I'm going to tell you that we do not have tempered safety glass. We have handles on the insides of the door. Nice wooden door there. Again, watch your step on the paving stones on the flagstone. I got a lot of that around my house too. Sometimes, I got to watch my step. Alright, so we're in the garage. The overhead door control button is over 5 feet from the ground. That's a good thing. So little hands don't come up here. Alright, now this control bar is supposed to have insulated staples, and it doesn't. And you're supposed to have a notice posted right here. A notice, it says, it has a little picture of a kid getting squashed, so you have instructions. Haha, no one's in charge for the dad jokes. We don't have insulated staples. Also, one of our courtesy lights is inoperable. So we'll come on over here. Let's turn this thing on, see what it sounds like. Yay! That sounds okay. Okay. Our manual door lock, and we have handles. That's good. But our manual door lock has not been decommissioned. It's supposed to be decommissioned so that you don't close the door and lock it and forget about it and then push the control button or your clicker, and then all of a sudden your door gets all jammed up and broken and those kinds of things. So we do not have that. We do not have spring tension notices on each corner of the first panel, and we do not have like the door button. Let's just do that. Woo! Like the door button doesn't have a, well, then neither does this. So it doesn't have a safety notice on this door. So now I don't do this. I mean, even when you sign the inspection agreement, I said that I don't. Okay, I was fooling myself. I still didn't do a block test. These are the optic sensors. That's closer to the ground than 6 inches. How cool is that? There's the other one. I was thinking that you didn't have them. And that's 6 inches, right? Closer than 6 inches. So we've got optic sensors. I was going to say that you didn't have them. I think I might have told you that you don't have them, but you do. You do have optic sensors. They're close enough to the ground. I did not do the block test. I thought I was Hercules there a little bit earlier. So what did we learn? We learned that we do not have safety glass in the doors. We learned that the manual door lock has not been disabled. We learned that one of our courtesy lights is inoperable. We also learned that this is not GFCI protected, and it wasn't required when it was built, but it's not GFCI protected today either. We also learned it'd be reasonable to assume that I'm not getting any grounding at these two GFCIs here in the garage. That'd be the garage south wall and the garage east wall. This is the lawn sprinkler control. I wonder if we get any grounding here. We got grounding here. So, that you have grounding here. I can't tell you whether you have grounding at the door opener or not. I do know that you do not have GFCI at the door opener. I know that because I tripped both of these GFCIs mechanically. They will work mechanically, I checked them mechanically. It had no effect on the garage door opener. Now, just because GFCI will work, these GFCIs will work without grounding. But the idea is not and or. It's not and or. It's both. In wet locations like garages, you're supposed to have electrical grounding and GFCI. And here is where all your window frames are. Not all of them. I don't know if they fit. I don't know if you have enough. I know there isn't any window frames on the structure itself. Okay, on the lawn sprinkler system, and I'm just kind of going, but so far I haven't seen anything but this. And this tells me I don't have instructions, and the zones are not labeled.